Sound check, sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. What do you think, Malik?
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, what about Myron Gaines?
I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan.
Say what? Wait, say that again?
I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Yeah, that was a little late. Little late. Let a nigga know.
She belongs to the streets.
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 Oh shit, I can play them at the same time. Check it out. Look, 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 look. Future and Dev.
She belongs to the streets.
Oh, I got you, Blaze. I got you. I got you.
They just love them some blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pink-toed, pale-skinned, buttermilk complexion, ironing board backside, Caucasoid mutanoid, white cave bitches.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
She belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
She
She
belongs to the streets.
streets.
What kind of women you like, Leek?
We love some chocolate black women.
What?
Black power.
Yes, sir.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 826th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity and misogyny. I need to get that soundbite. Need to get that soundbite. It is Monday, January 24th of 2022. It is good to have you in today. As always, we are multi-streaming live simultaneously to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, mgtow.tv, blankosphere.tv, and of course, in crystal clear high-resolution 4K to Sharpe stream, which is absolutely free on the App Store and Google Play. For iOS or Android, so however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Shout out to the snipers on the Sharpe stream side. We've got Dre Raven in the house, Hellfong, J Blaze 11, R Pap, Mark Jr., Cigar Man 85. Usually Dev is in there, but I don't know. Maybe she's on the phone with her. Maybe she's on the phone with her other boyfriend. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. P-Dubs, who writes in Pimpalicious. Yerson says, but she told me she loved me. We've all heard it before. Dre Raven is double dipping. DJ Berserk is in the house. J Blaze 11 double dipping. The lovely and talented Devin is on the YouTube side, but not on the Sharpe stream side. That's a little bit weird. Mark LeBrant's in the house. John G is in the house. Walton Rich Morgan, welcome to chat privileges. At Walton Rich Morgan to welcome him to chat privileges. Oh, Dev is working on the website. That's why she's not on. Okay, all right. But where the fuck is you at? Where the fuck you at? It is what it is. It is what it is. Yerson says, Don, sorry if I was not on. Granding hard up here. Also got F up sick almost 14 days. Just want to know if you're coming to Miami this month or in the future. Love the content like always. Yeah, I'm going to be out in Miami February 9th through February 13th. I think Devin and I are going to fly out. I don't know. We might fly out Saturday night or Sunday morning. I do not want to be in Miami for the Super Bowl. But I plan to be back here for the Super Bowl. Myself, Aaron Clary, Rolo Tomasi, we are all going to be converging in the 305. All three of us are going to be making an appearance on Fresh and Fit. Devin and I are also going to be making an individual appearance on Fresh and Fit. This is going to be our unofficial coming out party. We are going to announce the date of the CME. So So that's when I will be. That's the next time I will be in Miami is February 9th. February 9th. The Super Bowl is on my brother's birthday, which is, wow. Man, my youngest brother, my kid brother is going to be 40 years old this year. That is incredible. Incredible. Mark Stewart says, hey, Mr. Sharpe, good to see you in here. Ice Dragon Kid says, at this point, I've paid rent for Carla, also LMAO. Let me give you a Don DeMarco for that. Very, very good. Guys, be sure to get your hands on my free ebook, 14 questions she'll ask on the first date and how to correctly respond. Simply plug in your very best email, and the book, which is packed with coupons and discounts on other courses, is yours. Go to donovansharpe.com/newsletter. Takes 7 seconds max. Guys, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell and go over to all, just like it says on the screen. If you are not getting notifications that I am live, you need to do like it says on the screen. Download the free app. Oh, I always get it wrong. Download the free. There we are. Download. I never know which way this is. I'm all ass backwards. There it is. Download the free app. Right here over my right shoulder. Download the free app. Available for Android or iOS. Just type in Sharpe Stream. Download that bad boy. Make sure you enable push notifications. When you enable push notifications, at that point, you will be notified every time I go live on any platform. So, if YouTube fails to notify you, have no fear. Have no fear. Sharpe Stream is here. Sharpe Stream is here. So be sure to get your hands on that as well. Neil Ray, $2 super chat, says the ebooks help so much. How is Dev's health? Thank you. Yeah, Dev is doing actually very well. As some of you know, Dev tested positive for COVID. She got the good COVID. So she wasn't, that's actually the reason why we didn't go down to Miami when we had planned to, which is actually pretty good, which actually is going to work out because I'm going to meet Rollo and Aaron Clary down there. Very, very, very much looking forward to hanging out with those guys, at which point I will extend an official invitation to the CME, which will be in Miami, to Aaron Clary, possibly Rollo Tomasi. We have some things to work out in terms of the details, but the second CME, the second annual CME, is going to be in Miami, Florida. It was supposed to be in Dallas. I got the Rona. Refunded everybody's money, so we're going to give it the old college try once again. Yeah, stay tuned for those. Oh, you guys are liking the Iron Man shirt. Actually, I have more than one of these. This is the standard Iron Man, the Iron Man compression shirt. I actually also have the Iron Man Bleeding Edge Armor compression shirt. I will save that for a special occasion, like maybe Devin's birthday. Fantastic show in store for you guys today. Obviously, I'm going to be breaking down the Off the Record podcast that Fresh and Fit made the appearance on. You guys know how DJ Academics is. I certainly don't blame him for that. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'm going to be doing this over on Sharpe Stream. So I'll give you guys a chance to download that app and get on over there. In the meantime, I'm going to talk a little bit about that particular podcast, the evolution of the Fresh and Fit podcast, as well as the evolution of one Myron Gaines himself. So Brittany Renner has been making the rounds lately. And not in the way you think or the way she used to make the rounds. No, she's been on all the big time podcasts, right? She did Joe Budden, she did Vlad TV, DJ Academics, No Jumper, maybe The Breakfast Club. I don't know. All the big ones, and of course, you guys just saw Kevin Samuels, and you guys can check out the breakdown I did on that. Just do a quick search for that. Well, she recently did another podcast with ACK, but this time, they were joined by Fresh and Fit. That's right, guys. Myron Gaines and Fresh Prince CEO joined the podcast with Brittany Miss Renner. And to say that the beginning of this podcast was contentious is accurate. Listen, man, Brittany came out swinging when she confronted Myron, right? Myron handled that confrontation brilliantly, as he did on the Flagrant 2 podcast. And that's one of the two main points I want to touch on in terms of the Off the Record podcast with ACK. It is very, very clear that Fresh and Fit both learned a lot from Abba and Preach. From the Abba and Preach, fiasco last summer. And for those of you who have been living under a rock the past calendar year, Abba and Preach made an appearance on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Abba was in the studio, and Preach joined remotely. One of the topics they discussed was paying for box, patronizing working girls, putting ladies of the night to work, so to speak. Now, during that podcast, Preach acted like a woman and exited the podcast because he didn't want to offend his wife, which, from his standpoint, I suppose I can understand given the physics involved. Not to be mean-spirited here, but it is what it is. Preach's wife is not my type, but she seems to be his type, so I'm not mad at that. You can draw whatever conclusion you want from that. Anyway, Abba finished out the podcast, and everything seemed cool until Abba and Preach launched a premeditated smear campaign against Fresh and Fit when they posted a video entitled "Fresh and Fit are capping hard. We debated legalizing selling Poom Poom." Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, I have no issue with the fact that this was all premeditated. Okay? It was a sound strategy. They had a plan, and they executed it to perfection. They executed it to perfection. It's not something I would do, but listen, I have different priorities than Abba and Preach. So I'm not gonna be the guy who says, OMG, that was totally pre-planned. Yeah. I got news for you. Most content is pre-planned. Just because we don't like certain elements of certain content creators doesn't make their strategy any less valid. Separate the art from the artist, guys. Listen, Michael Jackson has, let's call them questionable accusations against him, but that does not negate the fact that he is one of the greatest recording artists of all time. James Brown had, domestic Duracell charges against him. Guess what? He's still the king. He's still the godfather of soul. Anyway, Abba and Preach laid a trap for Fresh and Fit. And Myron and Fresh, they took the bait hook, line, and sinker. They stepped on what appeared to be a burning bag, trying to put out a fire, and ended up with shit all over their shoes. Abba and Preach, off that trap, essentially ate off of Fresh and Fit for the better part of half of the summer. They were putting out, right at the beginning, they were putting out 2 videos a day. Now, it slowed down considerably after that, but to this day, Abba and Preach still do videos on Fresh and Fit anytime Myron and or Fresh go viral, which, if you've been paying attention, is about once every 10 to 14 days, give or take a day or two in either direction. But in the beginning, Myron and Fresh could not have handled that situation any worse. They talked about Preach's wife, which caused Preach to flex his fake toughness and challenge Fresh to a boxing match. And for the record, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. I don't think Preach can fight, okay? Just because you could fight doesn't mean you can fight. And, I don't know, from the looks of him, it's pretty clear that he hasn't been in a physical confrontation with another man in a while, which is a good thing. Listen, I'm not going to hate on him for that. It's been it'll be 7 years for me in November. But if I had to put my money on me versus him, I'm taking me every time. I could be wrong, but I seriously doubt it. And you can tell him I said that. I don't know, maybe his wife will give him permission to fake challenge me to a boxing match. We'll see. Anyway, going back to how Fresh and Fit handled things, they made major mistakes. And because of this, they were dragged up and down the internet. All told, I think they ended up losing somewhere in the neighborhood of 40,000 subscribers, and Abba and Preach netted damn near 500,000 subs themselves. So, mission accomplished. Their plan definitely worked. Everyone talked about how they were finished and how they were done and this and that. Well, suffice it to say, Fresh and Fit have more than recovered. They went from roughly 460,000-ish subs after cracking 500,000 and losing 40K to now over 560,000 subs. Hell, even the lead attorney tried telling people that their channel was going down in 7 days because Myron and Fresh have so many haters. He chose to believe it. Well, 7 days came and went, and Fresh and Fit are still here. Anyway, the lessons learned from the summer of 21 is clearly benefiting them now, because Myron and Fresh are going into hostile territories in terms of those who vehemently oppose what we teach in this sector of the web, and they are handling themselves brilliantly. They rarely make missteps, guys. They never lose their cool. They never get loud. Both of them are cool, they're calm, they're collected. They almost perfectly articulate their points, and they're so on point that the only thing the opposition can really do is insult them because they just don't have an answer. And the reason they don't have answers is because the truth is on our side. This is something that Kevin and I have talked about many, many times. I remember one conversation I had with Kevin a while back, and he told me, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said, look, Donovan, I'm good at what I do. Okay, I'm great at debating. I'm great at staying on topic. I'm great at keeping the conversation where it needs to be. But the reason I'm undefeated is because the truth is on my side. No matter what these women say, they know I'm telling the truth. Kevin is right, guys. He is good at what he does. He's actually the best. But the reason he's undefeated is because his talking points are rooted in truth. Well, it's the same as Fresh and Fit. It's the same as myself, same as Coach EO, it's the same with Rollo Tomasi. We know we're not misleading anybody with what we teach. We in this community, we don't have to manipulate statistics to make them say what we want them to say. We don't have to use underhanded debate techniques to alter the narrative. We don't have to lie to anybody. All of our talking points are rooted in empirical data, millions of anecdotes from millions of men with the same experiences, and the truth. Women end most relationships. That's the truth. Women are hypergamous. That's not a bad thing, but it's also the truth. Women are attracted to resources and aroused by good genetics. That's the truth. Western culture incentivizes women to divorce their husbands. That's the truth. Women have characteristics, habits, and traits that constantly put their relationships at risk. Social media, dating apps, outings with coworkers, girls' night out, girls' trips, and so forth. That's the truth. Women have unrealistic expectations relative to a combination of their own sexual and relationship market value. That's the truth. Most women have slept around indiscriminately at some point in their lives. That's the truth. Guys, I can go on all day. But gentlemen, the reason this community exists is because what we talk about is true. And when you combine the truth along with the ability to articulate the truth in environments that are in direct opposition to that truth, you get guys like Myron Gaines, who is showing that he has learned and applied the lessons he learned last summer. He was on the Flagrant 2 podcast, and Akash and Alex berated, insulted, and shamed Myron at every turn. But not only did Myron keep his cool, his responses were so razor sharp, Akash had to tell a cheesy, Neanderthal joke to throw off the audience, even though that joke had nothing to do with what they were talking about. Myron and Fresh have stared down every hit piece, every hater, every big content creator trying to counsel them, every lie, every clout chaser making up fake pregnancies. And they have turned themselves into battle-tested men who are not afraid to have these conversations live and on enemy territory. Hell, even O'Shea had to bend the knee. O'Shea had to bend the knee and acknowledge that he was wrong about him. Of course, we all know that doesn't matter. Well, it appears that the same thing happened on the Off the Record podcast with DJ Academics. Brittany Renner confronted Fresh and Fit. Myron told her she is not special, and Brittany got in her feelings. One thing led to another. And by the end of the podcast, Myron Gaines had Brittany Renner agreeing with him. Let me repeat that. By the end of the podcast, Myron Gaines had Brittany Renner agreeing with him. Yes, gentlemen, I did not stutter. Brittany agreed with Myron by the end of the podcast. This is what happens when you have the truth on your side, gentlemen. For all of Brittany's flaws, she's not stupid. Okay? She's not, now, don't get me wrong, she's not some mental Svengali. But she's smarter than your average attractive woman. And in the end, even she had to come correct and acknowledge that what we talk about on this side of the web is the truth. Akash and Alex couldn't do it. Akash is too pussy whipped by the only woman he's ever stuck his dick in. And Alex really acted like the typical black male, which is to hate on other black men who have the balls to look men like him right in the eye and say, nigga, it was a joke, and I ain't apologizing to you or anyone else. The Fresh and Fit boys have evolved, gentlemen, and we are starting to see the results. Yes, they stepped in shit with Abba Preach. Rookie mistake. They fell for a trap, a couple of virtue signaling weasels who couldn't punch their way out of a paper bag. And yes, I'm including Preach in that. And again, you can tell him I said that. But the way Myron and Fresh are able to handle themselves in any environment, that is a testimony to how hard they work. I mean, think about it. Even every single night, they are dealing with girls who call them names, who shame them, who insult them, who assault them. They pull blickies. They yell, they scream, they get disrespectful, and they stay out of pocket. This is why their frame is unshakable, guys. They deal with this nonsense every night to show you what it's really like out here in these streets. This is why bitch-made men like Akash and Alex and entitled bimbos like Brittany Renner throw all kinds of insults and shaming language at them and cannot move them off their square, especially when they stand 10 toes down. Fresh and Fit should really thank Abba and Preach for what they did for them. If not for their shenanigans, Myron and Fresh might still be at the same point they were at last summer before Abba and Preach put out all these hit pieces on them. And the culmination of their growth and lessons learned is evident on the Off the Record podcast with DJ Academics. Now, I'm going to break down that podcast, but I cannot do that here because DJ Academics and his team doesn't allow YouTubers to use his content, which is perfectly fine. He's worked very hard to get where he is, and I don't blame him one bit for that. I mean, when and if I ever do get to where he is, influence-wise, I'm probably going to do the same thing. So if you want to watch the breakdown, just download the Sharpe Stream app. I finally got it right this time. It's available for iOS and Android, as you can see on your screen. When you download the app, guys, make sure you enable the push notifications because we all know that YouTube they're not notifying anyone of when I go live. So go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, download the app, and enjoy watching my premium content in crystal clear 4K. Now, keep in mind that if you want to watch the replay, you need to be a patron or a member of Sharpe Stream. Sharpe Stream doesn't save my videos like YouTube does. Okay? As soon as the stream is over, it's over. There's no replay on the app. But if you want to watch the replay in both audio or video, become a patron or a member on Sharpe Stream, and you'll get access to all of my premium content to watch or listen to as long as you want. Again, download the app if you want to watch this live, absolutely free. All right, let's go to, let's check out the super chats here. We got 752 of you in here watching. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could get me to 375 likes. Appreciate that very, very much. RIP RP Mike says, DS wants all the smoke. Let's go. I don't know. I don't think I really want or need the smoke anymore. But I'm not afraid of it either. Not afraid of it either. RIP RP Mike, $5 says, seems Fresh and Fit are making their rounds. They hear the rumbling, so now they're botting opponents on the road and winning away games. Hold on. You know it. That is exactly what is happening, guys. Dude, Fresh and Fit, dude, they're taking their act on the road, man. And they're undefeated out here in these streets, man. Sith Lord Entertainment with the $10 super chat says, Fresh and Fit have evolved to a level beyond Super Saiyan. Totally agree. King Life says, I stepped to both Apple and Preach. Told Peach I'll come see him in Miami when he goes to Miami. Dude needs to be humbled. Yeah, dude. I had people calling me, Preach used to be a bouncer and you don't want none. Dude, fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Dude, Preach is as soft as baby shit, man. He's as soft as baby shit. Dude, you can just tell. You can tell. He's as soft as baby shit. I don't know, man. I'm starting to question all this MMA stuff that he was doing. Listen, maybe he did know how to fight. I don't know. But it's pretty clear just by looking at his physique and his choice in companions, he's probably lost that ability. So, anyway. Andrew Ward says, I want to see it. You know how it goes. So, guys, it is the bewitching hour. I am about to shrink the audience. We are about to go over to Sharpe Stream. We're about to go over to Sharpe Stream and break down this off the record podcast with Myron, Fresh, and Ms. Renner. If you want to watch for free, download the Sharpe Stream app. You can go to the App Store, or you can go to the Google Play Store, and you can watch for free. If you want to watch the replay, become a patron at patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe, or you can become a member on Sharpe Stream and get access to all of that premium content. So I say goodbye to my Twitch audience. I say goodbye to my backup YouTube audience, my NGTOW.TV audience, second backup channel audience, and of course, my my main YouTube audience. Again, download the app, Sharpe Stream. Download the Sharpe Stream app, just like you see on the screen, crystal clear, high resolution, 4K. I'll see you guys over there.